Breaking news just coming in tonight for you folk. For those that have been following the Enoch Burke saga, not just for the last week or two when it's really heated up, but over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, to do with his business at Wilson's Hospital School, where he's a teacher, still being paid, I believe, although his bank account's been emptied and his salary's been drained away, siphoned away every month to pay for ever mounting fees, fines, court expenses, whatever it happens to be. But anyway, he's been on the run for the last few days, but today he's been lifted. He's been lifted by An Garda Síochána, the Guardians of the Peace. He appeared again at the school. The school notified the Gardaí. They came down, they picked him up, they put him in a squad car and off to Mountjoy Prison he went, I believe, and I've got a video clip of this. I'm going to play it in just 1 minute. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long. There's a link through to the full video clip on his brother's YouTube page. I'll put a link to that in the description box underneath this video. But the headline of the night, Enoch Burke arrested and brought to Mountjoy on foot of an order issued by the High Court last week. Judge Brian Cregan said in his ruling, Mr Burke and his family had engaged in the most deliberate, sustained and concerted attack on the authority of the civil courts and the rule of law in this country in recent times. Well, that's quite an accolade to have, really, I suppose, if you're flying in the face of the judiciary. And on a principled stance, it may be said, Mr. Burke had been ordered not to trespass. He went back. He was told he's going to be arrested. He didn't show up to court last Tuesday. The guards were sent twice last Wednesday to pick him up. He wasn't there. He disappeared. He went on the run. He was a fugitive. Then he appeared again on Friday, recorded a video message outside the school, and then off he went again into the ether. So he appeared again today, and everybody was wondering where he was. So excuse me, that's the background to this one, but he was pinched today. So here's the footage of the arrest and the commentary by Martina Burke, his mother, and one of his brothers was there as well to video this all and to make their feelings known under no uncertain terms.
Nothing wrong.
This is horrendous.
I've done nothing wrong.
This is horrendous what's happening. This is horrendous what's happening.
No, he is getting lifted.
It's not right what you're doing.
Okay, we're enforcing the order.
It's not right what you're doing.
Okay.
It's not right what you're doing. You know that's a wrong order.
Okay, we're
You know
enforcing
there's
the
no
order.
lawful basis for that order.
Can you please
No,
get into
I
the
will
car?
not go against my conscience. No, I will not go against my conscience. I have the right to be here.
This is horrendous. This is horrendous what's happening.
Christian school and
This
the
is horrendous what's happening.
is silent.
This is horrendous what's happening. This
I
is
have a
horrendous
Christian
what's
belief
happening.
and I have a right
This is horrendous.
to profess and practice my religious belief. No parent, no family in this country wants their children to be indoctrinated in transgender ideology.
Yes.
And that is what happened here. That is what it all goes back to. A very simple thing. I was commanded by a principal, Niamh McShane, to call a young boy they. And I said I won't do that. And I cannot do that. I have a conscience.
It's
I
wrong,
believe in God.
Gard, what you're doing.
I believe, and that is wrong.
You're obeying orders that are wrong, Garda. My son, who has an impeccable record and was brought up to have a clear conscience before God and man, you were pushing him into a guard the car, arresting him, and with the view to incarcerating him. To incarcerate.
You know, excuse me, got a bad throat. But whether you agree with this guy, whether you love him or whether you hate him, it's hard to believe the amount of manpower that has been thrown at his arrest, searching for him to arrest him, incarcerating him in Mountjoy Prison over what the judge says is a contempt of court, stemming from his refusal to address a pupil by a they or them pronoun, that he just simply did not believe it. It was against his beliefs, against his faith, and he was not going to be forced to do it. And when you look at the crime that's currently happening in Ireland, the length, breadth, width, and depth of Ireland, you see the amount of violent crime the amount of attacks on children, violence, murder, assaults, and the Gardaí are always putting it out that they're under-resourced, understaffed, etc. You know, there's at least 2 or 3 of them here today. There was at least 3 went to the first visit to his house last Wednesday, 4 on Wednesday night. You know, there's no shortage of Gardaí when it comes to arresting somebody like Enoch Burke. But if he was kneeling in the middle of O'Connell Street, maybe offering up different types of prayers, would he be so quick to be arrested then? Would he? Or if he had blue hair and a bone through his nose, would he be arrested then? If he was blocking off Dublin Port or banging on a drum, chanting some inane, repetitious mantra while waving the flag of another country? Think about it. Let me know what you think below.
Some reason in Mountjoy Prison. In Mountjoy Prison.
Get into the car. No, I've done nothing wrong.
Please get into the car.
No, I've done nothing wrong.
Mr Burke. This is horrendous
I've
what's
done
happening.
nothing wrong.
This is horrendous.
I've done nothing wrong.
This is horrendous what's happening.
This is
Horrendous what's happening.
There they go. There they go. And there's the security.
To protect this school from
So there's the security guard that they're employing at the cost of around about $1,000 a month, I think. So will this guy now no longer be needed? Will he no longer be needed to keep Enoch Burke out? Obviously, if he's in Mountjoy Prison, will his contract be terminated immediately? Interesting.
Christian belief. Absolutely horrendous what has happened here today. Enoch Burke, my son, arrested, an impeccable record, upright citizen, genuine, honest, good conscience before God and man, taken here, incarcerated, to be incarcerated in Mountjoy by 2 Garda Síochána, pushed into a guard van, of course under the direction of corrupt judiciary, who are simply robbing him now of his constitutional rights. And those constitutional rights are something the judges should be protecting. But sadly to say, they're robbing him of his constitutional right to a Christian belief.
And that's Enoch's mother, Martina Burke, and her and one of his other brothers and one of his sisters, plus Enoch himself. The judge has ordered that the prosecution case will be opened against 4 of them for contempt of court. So will we find Mrs. Burke in the same position, maybe being ushered into a Garda van to spend time behind bars for contempt in the not too distant future? It's the state we're in at the minute. It's the state of play in Ireland at the minute. It's crazy. And it is reaching the international stage. It is reaching the world stage because it's completely ludicrous.
And this should never have happened. It's a sad day in our country. This should never have happened. My son has done nothing wrong. He said no when Principal Niamh McShane, who is now down in Cork, Bantry, or Bandon, or wherever she is, who is now down there, she commanded him to use the they pronoun, something she, as the principal of this school, had absolutely no right to do. She said, it is expected of you that you use a they pronoun. A human being is a man or a woman. That's the Christian belief.
Yep.
That is the Christian belief. You're not a they. One person is not a they. We are going insane in this country. And this, of course, as Enoch Burke himself has said, is all happening because of the silence of the church.
Yeah, you know, and he made that point at the same gates on Friday. The church is silent. The church is not speaking out about this. And they're guilty in their silence, as far as I'm concerned. They're the church with a small c. They're Christians with a small c. Because they're pandering to madness and insanity as Martina Burke said, the country's gone insane. And watching something like this and following this story for years now, it's hard not to hold this up as an example of exactly why. Just one example of why Ireland has gone insane. So that's the state of play as per now. What do you think? Has he overstepped the mark? How long will he be locked up for? Will they throw the mother, one of the brothers and one of the sisters in along with him for contempt of court? Will they go that far? Will they stop at nothing until he's busted and bankrupted, till he's made an example of, while the church, his employers, etc., remain completely silent? That's where we're at tonight, and this has just happened tonight. It's Tuesday, the 25th of November, 2025. That's where we're at. So leave me a comment below. Is this going to blow over now that he's locked up? Somehow I feel not. Share this content with people. Let them see what's happening. Let them see the persecution that's going on. And trust me, it's a two-tier business. It's a two-tier business. Some faiths and beliefs are easy to persecute, others not so much. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. It's easy. Just hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll be kept up to date whenever new uploads are forthcoming. So for now, I'm Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.